It's boss time. Here comes Sasha.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
Byron, it's always a treat to see Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks has her own swag, she's got her own confidence, and she knows how to back it up.
If there's a camera around, Sasha wants to be in front of it. If there's a spotlight out, she wants to be in the middle of it. Sasha Banks once stood in line for the opening of a refrigerator.
Corey, I don't understand what your issues are with Sasha Banks. She's one of the all-time greats.
You ever talk to her? She's intolerable.
Or he's just jealous. He wishes he had half the bling that Sasha has.
Look who's here on Raw!
Yeah, Michael!
It's Bayley!
Give me a hug, man!
No!
Making her way to the ring from San Jose, California, Bayley.
And here's Bayley, so much accomplished in her young career, and now here on Monday Night Raw, a former women's champion.
It's just an infectious feeling when Bayley comes to town. When Bayley competes, everybody's feeling hug life, except Corey.
They're on their feet for Mickie.
Making her way to the ring from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James.
A six-time champion. Think about everything this woman has accomplished in her career, and then talk about her all-time great rivalries with three Hall of Famers, Trish Stratus, Lita, and Beth Phoenix.
Oh, Mickey's got a list of great matches a mile long, but let's talk about her 6 women's championships. Mickie has an opportunity tonight to make a little bit more history.
Look who's here!
And her opponents. First, Paige, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose. Absolution.
Be still, my beating heart. Mandy Rose, God's greatest creation. And the rest of Absolution are here.
I have never seen you become so mesmerized by one person, Corey.
I have never seen a person like Mandy Rose.
Well, what about Sonya Deville?
Yeah, she's cool too.
MMA background, of course, Paige. Youngest woman in history to win a championship.
And in case you're unaware, this is her house.
How'd you get in here, Saxton?
I walked in the front door.
This should be great, guys, as we kick off this huge 3-on-3 contest.
Looking at the 6 competitors we have in the ring tonight, I think it's safe to say that we're entering dream match territory right now. We got Sasha Banks in action right here. She is looking legit as always.
I don't know what's harder to look at, Sasha Banks' sunglasses or that bargain basement suit you're wearing, Byron.
What? I just bought this. You gotta
witness to the rise of the 4 horsewomen in NXT. In your opinion, which one of them was the most dangerous?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would have to lean towards Sasha Banks. She was devious and ruthless in and out of the ring.
What a stomp! Good grief! Sasha Banks' ruthless nature that Byron alluded to has become a thing of the past. Banks has found a way to remain aggressive without resorting to bad sportsmanship.
And I'm sick and tired of it. Sasha Banks was heartless in NXT. She stole a headband from Bayley's biggest fan and made her cry. That's the boss I'll always love and remember. If she's not careful, things can get out of control in a hurry.
I think they're about to. I remember seeing Sasha Banks perfect the bank statement in NXT, and when the boss has her opponent cinched in right in the middle of the ring, there's nothing to do but tap out.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
When Sasha Banks locks in the bank statement, it's boss time, and it doesn't take very long for opponents to give up from the grueling submission maneuver.
An impressive aspect of the bank statement from Sasha Banks is all the different ways the boss can lock it in. Once that happens, you can consider the matchup over.
Really testing the limits for Sasha Banks here.
Oh, how much more does Sasha have left?
She really needs to think about making a tag, guys.
This woman has absolutely no quit in her, guys. Taking on a little offense like this isn't going to end her night, I can assure you of that. Hey, on the plus side, she now knows what not to do the next time she steps in the ring with her. There are times during a 6-man tag match where the hostility between two teams overflows. The result is complete chaos, and all 6 superstars duke it out inside, and many times outside the ring. It's complete and total chaos. But, oh, here it comes!
Paige with a page turner.
I knew it was only a matter of time.
Uh-oh. Byron.
Rampage! She's in the driver's seat now.
She goes for the cover. And she kicks out at 2.
Yeah, seemed to be just testing the waters a bit there. Something that is always important in a 6-man match is having the ability to perform double team moves. One of the things that successful 6-man teams try and execute are double team moves, and then have the 3rd team member perform a signature or finishing maneuver to deliver maximum impact to an opponent.
Looks like Paige is starting to slip a bit. And
the Mick kick right on the money. What's going to happen now?
Teamwork is always paramount in a 6-man tag match. Superstars want to be able to have a level of teamwork where 2 members of the trio perform a double team move, and the 3rd member follows that up with a move so their opponent is really down for the count.
The key is to deliver the maximum amount of punishment to your opponent in the least amount of time. You have until the referee's count of 5. It's not like you have all day in the ring, but if your team of 3 can deliver that type of offense, your trio will be in good shape.
And Paige manages to reverse out of that one.
6-man tag team matches have been a staple of competition since the early days of sports entertainment. 2 teams of 3 compete against one another under traditional tag team rules. Stipulations can be added like no disqualification, 2 out of 3 falls, elimination, falls count anywhere, or whatever else someone could think of. Matches can also be held in a caged environment.
What is Paige's best strategy at this point? She's got 2 partners in her corner, itching to get in there, guys.
Six-man tags can be fought under so many different types of stipulations. Teams can be part of a faction. The three superstars have aligned because of a common interest. The most crucial aspect to a six-man tag team being successful is that trio's ability to act as one cohesive unit. Three individuals working collectively at all times.
So much can take place during a six-man tag match. Regardless of what type of match the teams of three are competing in, the members of that team must be on the same page. Oftentimes, the teams who have the best continuity are the most successful.
In 2016, the New Day found themselves in the middle of a sick and twisted rivalry with the Wyatt family. Things escalated to the point where Bray Wyatt invited the New Day to do battle at the Wyatt family compound. New Day accepted, but what followed was something no one expected or will ever be able to forget.
Perhaps thinking about what to do next here.
Well, better not think too long, though.
Corey, we've talked about six-man tag matches, and earlier you talked about one that caught the attention of the entire sports entertainment world. The New Day fought for survival amongst the darkness of the Wyatt family compound in a battle where pickaxes and cinder blocks were used as weapons and automobiles were used as battering rams.
The New Day versus the Wyatts at the Wyatt family compound was not your traditional six-man tag match, but it showed what can happen when issues between factions can't be resolved through a sanctioned WWE match. I'll tell you what, none of the men who fought in that conflict will ever be the same.
Looks like she wants to beat her inside the ring. Getting closer now. Oh, and she makes the tag.
And not a moment too soon, Michael.
Spear! Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now. She's countering nicely now.
Yeah, a second ago, she was almost done.
Boom, what impact. Oh, and she drops hard.
Things are looking pretty good for her now. Mickie James was able to get out of there.
She's calling her out. And it's Mickie James making a move.
Oh, spiking DDT.
If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will. Bold move going forward again.
Sit back, people. This one's not over yet.
There are instances when a six-man tag match will feature a team where superstars have not always seen eye to eye, or are in the midst of a disagreement. When that's the case, someone on the team must step up and be the voice of reason so the trio can function as a cohesive unit.
Uh-oh.
Rampage!
That might just be the final nail in the coffin.
Look at this. Corey, earlier you talked about what needs to happen when members of a six-man team have differences or had differences in the past. If the team can't find a way to get on the same page, they will not last very long. Someone on the team has to step up and make sure for at least that match, everyone on the team can work together.
That's easier said than done. Just because superstars might be favorites of the WWE Universe or have a common enemy, that doesn't mean they'll get along. It also doesn't mean that any past issues will magically go away. In this business, people have long memories, so if someone sees an issue on their team, they need to resolve it right away.
When a superstar is in a six-man match, one of the most important things to remember is knowing when to tag out and get the fresh member of your team in the ring. We've talked about continuity many times on this program, but it's more than that. You don't want to try to do too much when you have other members of your team out there.
Hey, Byron, just like you.
She's a lady that can crank it up at the drop of a hat.
And a reverse DDT. Uh-oh.
Oh, nasty impact.
Bad news for the boss.
Corey, you spoke about when a superstar is in six-man action and how crucial it is that they have the presence of mind to realize
The cloverleaf!
We may be looking at our winner here, guys.
Oh, man, Sasha Banks is in trouble now.
Dodges a bullet there. A surprising reversal from Sasha Banks. Ooh!
Paige with the excellent move to get out.
Over time, there have been various types of six-man teams that have been successful. There are family trios like the Guerreros, the Grahams, the Andersons, and the Von Erichs. There have been members of factions who have also produced tremendous six-man teams like the Fabulous Freebirds, the Four Horsemen, the NWO, and D-Generation X.
And there's the tag, Bayley into the ring.
I think we're going to get the tag. Look out. There's the tag.
And that changes the entire outlook of these women, Michael.
Byron, you mentioned some families and groups that created incredible six-man teams. Talking more about factions, don't forget about the likes of the Hart Foundation, Evolution, the Wyatt family, the Shield, and the New Day. These are only some of the trios who had unbelievable matches against a variety of adversaries.
If we're talking about three-man teams, I need to shout out one of the baddest trios of all time who held the World Six-Man Championship on a number of occasions. I'm talking about the American Dream Dusty Rhodes and the Road Warriors. When the Dream put on the face paint, you knew it was going to be a bad night for their opponents.
Thanks to Raw General Manager Kurt Angle, in May of 2017, the WWE Universe saw a dream team come together when the Hardy Boys joined forces with the Lunatic Fringe Dean Ambrose. The exciting trio took on Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz. Truth be told, both Miz and Ambrose blended in with their impromptu tag team partners pretty well.
Oof! Beautiful technique.
Byron, we always make a point to talk about continuity amongst team members. In the six-man match, where Dean Ambrose teamed with the Hardys against Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz, both teams worked very well together. That surprised me, since this was the first time they teamed together. But there was something that night about the lunacy of Dean Ambrose.
Look at Sonya Deville.
Ooh, what impact. I bet you feel foolish riding her off now. Thanks to Raw,
And she breaks free.
I don't know how she did it, but that was impressive.
Outrageous athleticism on the Hurricanrana.
She is on fire.
Hey, Byron, just like you. Bankrupt. What a comeback. She goes for the cover. 1, 2. She got the shoulder up in time. Not yet.
Byron, we always make a point to talk about continuity amongst team members. In the six-man match, where Dean Ambrose teamed with the Hardys against...
She shows signs of life.
She's showing a lot more than that.
You gotta believe this one's over. Look at her go.
Just a step quicker, it looks like. Let's just hope Banks has enough stamina to pull through.
Both teams working well here together. That's not always the case in a six-man tag team match. Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
And Sonya Deville says, not this time. This might be it. Oh, my.
She's looking at it. She better do something fast. Sonya, whoa, impressive.
You could say that again. I never thought she'd break free from that.
She's turning the tables.
Ain't turned yet. Still got some work to do. Batista! What a spear from the animal.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
Sasha Banks avoids major damage there.
She got lucky.
There are times during a six-man tag match where the hostility between two teams overflows. That right there.
The pin's broken up.
What an all-star ensemble in the ring right now. 6 of WWE's most successful competitors for sure.
Byron, you talked about the moment in six-man tag matches when all semblance of order breaks down. Many times the two teams are so determined to tear each other apart that they don't pay attention to who the legal person in the ring is or where the referee is in their 10 count. That's a huge mistake.
Look at Sonya Deville.
Nailed it. She's got it now.
Amazingly, she works her way free.
Cole, there may be no beating her here tonight.
Back inside the ring now.
And she turns it around on her.
Harsh impact.
Some good technique right there.
She is on fire. Boom! Harsh impact.
Oh, what impact. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, she doesn't want to take too many more of those. Oh!
She reverses out of it.
And not a second too soon. Close call there. Oh, man, she's rolling now.
Right across the back of the neck.
This might be it.
Oh, my. And the DDT.
And she's toying with her now.
Oh, here it comes. Belly to belly. This one's over, guys.
And the count's broken, keeping the match alive.
Both teams working well here together. That's not always the case in a six-man tag team match. Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
Nailed it.
How does Bayley come back from this brutal beatdown?
She's going to have to turn things around in a hurry, guys.
Given what she's been through in this match, she may very well be the weak link on this team right now.
Look out. There she goes.
Kick finds it.
Both teams working well here together. That's not always the case in a six-man tag team match. Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
Doesn't tear the features clean off your face.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Just carrying the opposition here.
But you can't carry your opponent all day. You gotta make a move eventually.
When she gets in attack mode, look out.
A quick reversal by Bayley.
Both teams working well here together. That's not always the case in a six-man tag team match. Oftentimes, you'll see personal agendas eat their way into the action.
We might just see it here. There it is. She's made the tag.
And her partner is on absolute fire right now. Look at her go.
And she drops her.
That was about as in your face as it gets.
Bankrupt.
Warm up the bus. This one is over.
The window to take this just opened for Sasha Banks.
She counters before it's too late.
And Sonya Deville says, not this time. Sasha Banks dodged out of the way there.
No, she's too quick for her. And she's knocked off her feet.
I think that one caught her by surprise, Michael.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Bad news for the boss.
But look at that, she escapes.
Talk about coming up clutch, guys.
There may be no coming back from this incredible beatdown. We're looking at complete domination here.
Look at Sonya Deville. Big reversal for her there. She better do something fast. And she's able to break out of it.
The lesson to learn here, Cole, is that you can never count her out. Oh, nasty impact. That right there is why they call her the boss.
She goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3.
What a six-man tag match.
Now let's take another look at these wonderful women in action.
This was another great moment. She's taking care of business. Remember this? She proves she has what it takes to be one of the best in the business.
Here are your winners, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Mickie James.
Sasha Banks closes the door for the team.
This is one of those wins you don't forget anytime soon.
What a great match we just saw here on Raw. Thank you to everybody at home for choosing to spend part of your Monday night with us.